Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smiths in the Black, and this is the weekend vid, and a lot of things have played out, and we do have earnings coming. So that's good. Hopefully we get some nice gaps to play on. We'll see, or lack thereof earnings, so we'll see. So if we get a SPY last week, remember we were looking to take out either side of this week is something we'd want to know about, right? And so, boom, we take out all these three in one shot, right? Most things were 2 up last week. So we're nowhere near a reversal to the downside as yet. And so the question is, you can see these lower lows, and now you got your higher high. So there's your sub-running formation, and you're much closer to taking that out. And we've been watching a lot of these monthlies too, because we knew the outside months poke down and coming back through for the potential outside 3-3 month. If we go to QQQ, you'll see the same thing coming up here in Q's. Did the weekly here, 2-2 reversal. So you can see we got some room to come back through here and going out near the highs. So we'll see how that goes. If we go to Apple, and Apple, slight 2-2 reversal week, 2 down, 2 up. And once again, like many things, do we keep coming back to the outside month? That's what we're going to want to know about. Like I said, earnings season's coming. If we go to small cappers, doing nothing. These things are doing nothing. Still an inside month, and you can see these 3 months inside of this. It's been going sideways forever, so it is what it is. VXX, doing what that thing it does, melt out and just keeps bleeding out. That's good. If we go to Dow Jones Diamonds, the diamonds here took the inside week to the upside, like many things, 2'd up, and still an inside month there, but getting a little closer to taking out these monthly high. And right now over there, that's IBM. IBM is the Rev Strat month, so we can keep an eye on that. And here's what you look for on something like that. Triangle layout, boom, take out all these guys, and then 2-2 reversal day, and boom, off she goes, right? So you got your sub try here, you're going to see this. The lower low and the higher high. Can we get out of that was the question, but you do have that monthly still in force. And if you go to the weekly, it sets up this, the 2, 2, 2, and then magnitude to take this out, and you'd still have that monthly in force. So we'll see how that goes. If we go to transports, and transports for a 2 up week still, and then on the month, what that did was here, Rev Strat month, 1, 2, 2, comes back up. And so car, it's a little extended, you might say, but the thing is, it's moving around enough during the day as a trader, so I'd keep an eye on that just for scalping. What we've known the whole month is to spin the rails. CSX month here, now trying to go to the highs, and the 2 down, 2 up. Norfolk Southern, and the Rev Strat there, and Union Pac. So we've known about those. Still working as the rails. If we go to UPS, and UPS looking for an outside month here. So it's coming up here like a lot of things doing that. And if you go to your daily, see this. The higher highs and the lower lows to keep an eye on, tri-style. There's your broadening formation for UPS. We'll see if that plays through. If we go to XLU, and XLU, a little boring. Still here, cooking an inside month, so not much to see there, not much in gold either here. Gold just stuck here in the middle of the month. If we go to XLF, we just had a bunch of bank earnings. XLF going to the highs, right? So here you go on the daily. Triangle layout, get it, and there it goes. So a lot of things over there have played out, but we can look at Wells Fargo, and this was real interesting because you had that outside day, and then boom, the 3-2 reversal right in their face, and that set up. This did the Rev Strat week, outside weaker. Now you're a hammer, and if you can take that out and go 3-2. Your monthly 2 up, 2 down, 2 up is over 48.94. So you're right there to see if Wells Fargo wants to come up and play some more ball. If we go to MA and Visa, and MA is trying to come up on this month. That would be a 2-month up over 362.58. And if you look at these weeklies for these guys, tried to hit them, came back. Tried to hit them, came back. Tried to hit it, come back. And close to a 2-2 hammer back up on this thing. So they tried to go here, the outside week. Tried to go 3-2-2, but didn't make it. And now trying to see if they can come back out of this thing, like Visa as well. Here you can see that. Tried to hit them, tried to hit them, tried to hit them. Didn't work. Now it's let's go. If we go to XLE. XLE Momo Hammer on the week, a lot of things stalled out over there. Like last week I talked about all the things that used to be a lot higher. Some of these things are backed off on the week. So you can see CPE is closer to a 2 up, 2 down week. Now a lot of these months are still green, but we'll see. EOG here, a little bit closer to a 2-2 reversal downside. LPI got taken out on a 2 up, 2 down, but now you can see this, the higher high on the week and the lower low on the week. That's going to be your upper level broadening formation, and we'll see how it plays that out, and you're going to see that like this on your daily, like so. Now, does it expand out or does it come back up through? We'll see. If we go to Oxy, and Oxy on the week, see this closer to a 2 down, and you're going to see this. How do we get out of this thing? So it's a good lesson in exhaustion risk. You want to come ripping back through a range, but then once you do, you better stay out, right? Because right here, it looked awful, right? But it took all these guys out, and then boom, right back up. And here was your 2 up, 2 down reversal back through the try. So we'll see what Oxy does out of that. Halliburton went out near the highs of the week, so Halliburton was your winner, and you got slob earnings coming out, I believe, on Friday. So Halliburton, once again, used to be a lot higher, and just do some exhaustion risk of this, but Halliburton acting the best over there. You still have Helmerich Payne as an inside month to the upside, and if you look at PSX, and we'll keep an eye on the refiners, still hammer month up, that's good, and so just a little potential conflict when you have the weekly potential of 2-2 back down. If we go to XRT Retail, and XRT Retail just been stuck, we know that, but if you go to Walmart not doing too much either, with slight 2 up on that. See how the end of the month plays out for the Walmart. Right now hammer, but you got some month on that, because you can see this chop shop little thing in here. Costco, and Costco going to go inside week like so we'll see how that breaks. If you go to Target had a nice 2-2 reversal week, 2 down, 2 up, and looking to try and become an outside month. Like a lot of things here, just a little bit more on that. That'd be 248.53, so you got a little bit more for an outside month in Target. If you go to Deckers, and Deckers just doji on the month, but last week, remember, we were inside week and down, and there was enough to make meat on them bones down in here, but then it comes back up for potential rev strap. 1, 2, 2 in the Deckers if they want to bring that thing back up. CarMax, the 3-2-2 weaker and just running out of time. So far, so good. We'll see if that continues. Something like this. Here, you just want to stay up above here because triangle these guys out and triangle these guys out. So we'll just see if we can stay up there and keep climbing that wall. If we go to TJ Maxx, just a little weekly hammer if they want to bring this thing back up. We'll see. Williams-Sonoma, the 3-2-2. So remember, the 3 is a broadening formation. You can see all stuck in here, mother bar issues in this thing, and that's where price discovery starts over again when you get stuck in there, right? So you can see that the lower lows and the higher highs. So I want to see if we can use this 3-2-2 to expand this and maybe get a little bit more. If we go to IBB not doing too much. Went 2 upper here, but if you go to the monthly, still a 2 down here in the IBB as far as we know it. So if we go to Amgen, Amgen's been having a rough one since the shooter counters hammer month and down. However, if they want to try and recover this thing, you do have weekly hammer and just getting pounded here a little bit, and then you come back through previous range. We'll see with Amgen. BNTX, inside week, something's got to give eventually over there. If you go to Centene, CNC, on the weekly, just Momo hammer coming up here, but if that works, the monthly here would be 2-2 reversal month over 65.05. You're there right now, so we'll see how that goes. If we go to GH still working the 3-2-2 monther if they want to wreck this thing, so it's just hanging on by a thread. You can see this here last week. Slight lower low inside week and down, seeing if we can take all this kind of stuff out. We'll see. If we go to GILD inside week, and as of right now, still inside month to the downside if they want to bring GILD in a little bit more. Humana, still coming back up, outside monther and coming back up through this range. And so we got through that triangle we were looking at on the daily, and we'll see if that continues to expand, holds a gap up, as you can see. Boom. Do we know about that? We sure did. Now, we'll see if we can take this out. It's 447.32 and then stay up there, right? Keep this formation broadening. If we go to IGMS, slight inside month to the downside right now, and just skirting the lows, the market rallying. So we'll see how IGMS holds up. If we go to Moderna's still month and downer and just kind of stuck in here, so it's not just kind of chopping around, but it is month and downer, so we always want to be aware of that. If we go to NVAX drying up. We had that 2-2 reversal downside on Friday, and all that did was maintain the inside weak, so we'll see what comes of NVAX. If we go to Repligen, and Repligen on the week, dead middle of the week, just going to be aware of this. The month is still a 2 down. Ooh, hopping off the old try. But on the daily, closer to a 2 down to start off the week, and that would put you in full time from counter to the downside to try and take all this stuff out. If we go to Tandem pivot machine gun on Friday, look at this. 2 up, 2 down, and back through all this kind of stuff. And what that sets up is you can see the lower low and the higher high. Try here, broadening formation. Like so. So we can see if we can come all the way through there. And on the weekly, it sets up this. The 2 up, 2 down, and back through all that stuff. So Tandem, we'll see how that goes. If we go to XLK, 2 down, 2 up week with your Apple and your Microsoft. Microsoft trying to go back towards the highs. SMH slightly 2 down, 2 up on the week. So we'll see if that continues. If we go to Facebook, Facebook's been having a rough one, right? So we'll see. Either side of this week's going to get my attention. Still red on the month here, but we got a new week, and so we'll see if Facebook can fight back at all on this kind of stuff or just keep puking. If we go to Amazon, Amazon was a nice 2 down, 2 up week last week. So we'll see if that continues. We know in general it's been a chop shop, but the good thing is this was higher than that. So you got a higher level broadening formation up into here trying to take these highs out. Just a real nice day on Friday, so we'll see still coming back through the range. If we go to Netflix, and Netflix is a little stuck here and gives us the inside week to think over. Either side of that going to get my attention. If we go to Google, and the Goog, slight 2 down, 2 up here, and once again, like a lot of things, potentially the outside month. So we'll see how that goes. If you go to Nvidia, and Nvidia still trying to set up the 1-bar rev strat month. Or inside month pokes down and now coming back through, and that was triggered last week by what? Oh yeah, the 2 down, 2 up, coming back to previous range. If you go to CRUS, Cirrus Logic, inside week, and if this breaks to the downside, that month would be shooter counters hammer 2 2 2. Now you can see it's somewhat stuck in here, but on strong Friday went down near the lows, so we'll see how that plays out. If we go to KLAC, KLAC could not muster the 2-2 week, so we'll see if that goes 2-2 week back to the upside. But if it doesn't and starts breaking, you're still a rev strat month to the downside here. If you go to LRCX, still slightly month to the downside, but you got a big broadening series on the daily here looking like this. People ask me, like, what's the sub-try of the try? And I'll be like, I'll show you. Here, even got a bigger one up into here, but we'll just use this as an example. Here you got your higher high, you got your lower low. And down in here you got a slight higher high, and there's your sub-try of the greater try to keep an eye on here with the rest of the semis, like so. If we go to Microchip, and Microchip, still handily 2-2 monther, 2 up, 2 down, right? And so the question is, now that you've taken that out, here's your sub-try, slight higher high, slight lower low. Does that continue, or was it triangulate out and then 2-2 back up? So you can see that there's a lot of either wayers here. MU, Still struggling here, middle of the week, and actually a little bit close to the downside, and you're still inside month and down for MU. NXPI, and still a 2 down on the month, but like a lot of things, hammering, potential 2-2s back up. Oracle. And Oracle just for a little daily play on Monday to keep an eye on 3-1 there. So we got the 3-1 set up on the daily. Start off the week. Qualcomm fighting back. Didn't quite make the 2-2 week. Just ran out of time. Not a lot of magnitude on that, but we'll see. It's closer to the 2-2 reversal on the week. Corvo, also closer to a 2-2 weaker. If we go to Roku. And Roku, potentially the 3-2-2 back down if they want to dump this thing, because you can see it didn't really participate in much of that rally last week. Go to SQ. You got an inside week, and you can watch that with a bunch of the Bitkerners, and if that works, still working on that potential 3-monther, we'll see. If we go to SWKS, still red on the month. Once again, potential with these semis. A lot of these 2-2s can still kick in. Go to TTWO for a nice run. Now you got an inside week. We'll see how that plays out because you're still a 2-2 reversal on the month. 2 down, 2 up. If we go to Texas Instruments, more semi. Nice kicker here, 2-2 day. Boom. And that works. Let's set this up. Weekly hammer after triangle the outs. If we go to W, also another hammer if they want to go 2-2 and bring it back up. And you also have an old 3 here. There's another broadening formation. Or break down and you're still inside month and down. You just did its job. Magnitude, take these guys out, which it did. If you go to VMW, 2-2 month still in force. You can see, boy, they triangle them out, but good in here in the daily. Oh, yeah, triangle the out. Get, boom, and here's your broadening formation, and then it takes that out, so that monthly is still good for VMW. Just a few more. We got CME, and that is 2-2 reversal month, still in force. Go to DraftKings, a little tight, as you can see on that month, but it would be RevStrat week to the downside. 1, 2, boom. Not a lot of magnitude there, but sometimes they accelerate. If we go to DRI, DRI was an inside week to the downside. We knew about that last week, so here's where it gets into more trouble. You can take this month out here. Below 145.54, it'd be a 3-2-2. We go to EXPI. EXPI, trying to go 1 bar RevStrat month, 1-3, based on the weekly that we knew last weekend. 3-2-2, just ran out of time. We'll see if we can take care of business and take that out. If we go to FUTU, ooh, this was a good one on Friday. Boom, down she goes, and so just still inside month and down. If we go to General Motors, Motors still inside month to the upside. Go to LEA, 2-2 reversal monthly still good. If we go to LMT, LMT is now a 2-2 monthly to the upside with Northrop Grumman blasting off the RevStrat month. If we go to Mara and the Bitkerner, it's been higher and Bitcoin's rallying, so we'll keep an eye on the Bitkerners, the MSTRs of the world, and Riot blockchains and all that kind of fun. NTNX, still shooter counters hammer, 2 up, 2 down monther, and now potential Momo shooter weekly here to come down and take some of these guys out. And here's what you wait for. Triangle out, higher highs, and then boom. Just ran out of time to go take these guys out. If we go to Polaris, PII, and Polaris, 2-2 reversal month back up. Go to SCCO. This thing ripping here, RevStrat monther, inside, down, coming up. Had a nice few couple days here, like so, SCCO. And if we go to Tesla's, and Tesla's just coming up. We know this has been a slow grinder. Was slightly inside quarter to the upside last quarter. Now it's coming up on old highs. Just no reversals, as you can see. Just been walking up here, so be careful. We like to prefer it to get off the bottom of a try. Right now it's just trying to expand, but we'll see. Earnings season coming. We're a lot closer to 2s to the upside on the weekly since we went out on the highs, but that's why we play the game. Let's get some earnings and see if we can find some fun gappers. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black.